Okay, hello everybody once again. We are back live, obviously. At least Beltran says so.
We
I'm
took a
sorry
little break.
for Yes, I'm sorry for the problems, and we are not going to blame anybody because it was really not anybody's fault. It was some kind of connection problems, and we don't know from where this connection problem came. But we are back, and Diego and I we were very happy that there was a small break, so we managed a little bit to relax and everything. Anyhow, I'm happy. I'm happy that now everything is solved. Please, in your comments everybody writes Beltran, don't worry, everything is okay because otherwise Beltran is going to commit a suicide and we really need him. So everything is under control and we are back and everything is perfect. Diego, we stopped somewhere on the job of your assistants, and you mentioned you have just a friend who helps from time to time. My next question is: do you breed any dogs at the moment? And do you have dogs of your own or just client dogs?
It's always I would love to. I would love to breed. I would love to breed. But the thing is, like having always the thing that we're going to the shows every weekend and working every weekend. Like I said, we like to take care of the dogs. Before we came to live here, we did a couple of breedings with Evie down in Argentina. But I mean, it's just hard for us. We're just concentrating and showing the dogs, for our friends and clients, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. It's not easy to try to go to the show every weekend and then come or leave somebody and taking care of those puppies and things like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so we mainly concentrating in
On
showing. And then
showing.
you asked me
Yeah,
something else. You asked me
yeah.
something
Do
else.
you do you have
Sorry.
do you have dogs of your own at home?
Yes, we have a mini Dachshund, a wild Dachshund. We
Okay.
absolutely love him. And our first dog, our own, was a mini Dachshund, a smooth coat Dachshund. That unfortunately we lost him it was like a couple of years ago. And we was just fall in love with these, the mini Dachshund. We just love them. We just love them. I
Yeah.
remember when we bought our dog first, the mini Dachshund. I called my father so excited, say, Daddy, we got our dog. We finally, we're in the States and we got our own dog. And he said, what line is it? I said, Daddy, it's not boxers. It's a mini Dachshund. It was a dead silent in the other
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we love them. We love them, and we love
The
them to see
dachshunds are
them.
very, very
We have
cute. Yes,
here. We love
yes.
them. We love them.
Yeah. Tell me, Diego. We were talking a little bit, but tell me a little bit more in details. How looks your normal day when you are at home, and how looks your normal day when you are at the show?
When a normal day, I mean, like I say, we're working. We're really constantly working. We get up here I mean, when it's hot right now, it's getting the warm weather here, so we try to get up around 5:30 the latest. So we keep the dogs outside as much as we can. Then we do some road work with them and some massage before we start to stack them and practices here in the house outside, with them. It's a full day job. We bathe them, we keep the coating condition. We got a Brittany that we got to keep that coating in good shape all the time. So it's just a full day job. And then when we go to the shows, we showing, but after the show, we got a treadmill in the motorhome that we keep the dogs at least 15-20 minutes every day. Just I like to do normal walking that they extend their bodies, so you keep that muscle going through the rest of the weekend. No elevation. I'm not crazy about elevation on putting on those treadmill that sometimes I see, in some videos. I like to pull them with my hands a little bit back and I have to feel and I have to see that those 4 feet, they are solid on the ground. I'm doing
Yes.
the job. But that's our kind of like our normally day. And then we like to do walks with the dogs a little bit too. So we take a few dogs and we do some walking and then try to keep them happy and 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 it's a hard life for all of us. So
Yeah, of course.
that's what we that's what we try to do. And the only situation that always we're not happy when they go home, like when you don't show too many dogs, and this time that they gotta go home and they replace, or is coming a new dog, it's just very hard, it's very hard. They love us as a family members,
Yeah, of course.
and when it's time to go back to their house, it's a couple of weeks that is very quiet around the house here,
Yeah, of course, of course. You get connected with the dogs, and dogs get connected with you. That's a
Yeah.
normal thing. Yeah.
Yes,
Tell me,
absolutely.
when we made this first advertising for Facebook, I wrote all breeds professional handler, and you said I prefer to write professional handler. Do you find yourself specialized for some breeds, or you have been showing different breeds, or how do you work?
No, because I think I'm a professional. I'm a professional handler. I can show like when I was in Argentina. There's a lot of people probably didn't know. I love to show Afghans. I love to show English Cockers. I love to show Poodle Standards, and I was showing there. You know what I mean? These breeds, but here in America, if I will call myself professional handler of breed. You have to learn and you have to know almost of every single breed and how to take care of those coats and things like that. And that's the only thing that I wish I could do. I ended up having a little bit more experience. I can trim, of course, I can trim a little bit, but for me to trim, I would like to trim like us.
Better. Yeah.
Poodle. I would like anybody can trim. Don't get me wrong, but I mean I'm talking about that elite of trimming, like perfectionist. Like I'm in my like in try to get a boxer or a dog in good condition. I think I can do my best.
Yeah.
But that's because I would like to call myself professional handler. I wish I can trim or I can do terriers like Ernesto, Gabriel, a lot of people, Clay Cody. I mean, a lot of them. Woody Warner. I mean, a lot of handlers. Or trimmy, English Springer Spaniel like Kelly Fitzgerald. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I always thinking, and I always told myself, if you cannot do something to the limit that you can make and look things almost perfect, you better stay away.
Yeah. That's true.
Away.
That's true.
You better stay
Diego, now I'm going to make your life impossible with a number of short questions, which are very very short, but not easy to answer, and everybody hates me. All my guests hate me because of these questions, but all my viewers, they love these questions. So we need to make them happy. They are the most important here. Okay, it's a few questions and short answers. Diego, is there a breed you have never showed that you would like to show?
Yeah. A breed. Yes. Maltese.
Maltese.
Yes.
Listen, if you want a friendly advice, never take a Maltese at home, please. You will ruin your life.
I'm very, believe it or not, even if I show, a large, breeds, I love toys. I love toys. You know what I mean?
Maltese are amazing dogs to show and amazing dogs to live with, but the quantity of work with the coat is just out of this world. Tell me another thing, Diego. The best dog that you ever saw not shown by yourself. One dog that you have really like.
Very easy. I will never forget to be at the garden that night. I was 18, 19 years old, and I look at on the screen. Everybody was screaming and screaming and screaming. And probably my English, I don't pronounce the name, pronouncing very good. But I will never forget one of the best dog I saw in my life. It was Sally Lynn's Condor, the English Springer Spaniel, shown by Mark Treffel. When I saw that dog going in the ring and Mr. Treffel showing that dog loose lead and the dog went around, and then I look at on the top, the happiness on that dog, almost I never saw it. It hit me, I frozen, because seeing the way that Mr. Treffel used himself and that dog floating around, and so majestic, and the face on that dog, you know what I mean, and beautiful. Oh my God, it was just, I'm telling you now, it's like, it was yesterday, it was yesterday. Amazing.
Yeah. Tell me, this will be a difficult question, I'm sure. Everybody says. One American judge that for you represents everything a dog judge should be, and one USA judge and one European judge.
I'm sorry, you cut off a little bit.
I say one judge that for you represents everything that a dog show judge should be. One American and one from the rest of the world. One person, one judge that you really admire. It's difficult to say one, but you must say one.
You can say that. You can throw me that. And I sometimes I read when the people they say it, I said, how can they cannot be one person? I love everybody.
No. Nobody loves everybody.
I have to tell you one judge that I always look at myself in try to in learning almost every time I see him.
Yes.
Is Mr. Bill Shelton. Mr. Bill Shelton for me. You know what I mean? It's just he goes into the ring, and for me, he's magic. For me.
Yeah.
And I love all of that. And I don't just saying, because I have so many. Great, really judges, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. We all know that, yes. But always, even when you have kids at home, there is always one favorite kid, and even if you are not allowed to say that there is a favorite kid, there is always a favorite kid. So it's the same, it's not. It's always, I think, a question for somebody that there is somebody that you admire, and when you think of one profession, you think of that person. So next question will be the same difficult, and I see that you start to be nervous. Is the professional?
I'm not just saying. You say one from Europe, and I'm not just saying. And I mean, I really love him. You know what I mean. But it's just I'm not saying this just because of saying is Mr. Andrew Brace. You know what I mean. And I have to say it because I'm a person that I constantly observing everything. And Mr. Brace, every time he's in the ring, if you try to read his mind when he's judging, that gentleman goes there and he judge. The amount of time, a short period of time that you can see his body language is just impressive. It's impressive, you know what I mean? Because it's not time for him those few minutes to he concentrating what he got to do. And I'm telling you, it's no friendship, no nothing there. It's just a judge giving your opinion about your dog, and that's those kind of things. It's just amaze me, you know what I mean, in those two great gentlemen, absolutely.
Okay, a professional handler in the USA that you admire the most.
Don't say that. I'm gonna add I speak in Spanish and I understood the question. Okay. I love Gabriel Rangel, Ernesto Lara, Bruce Schultz, Bill and Taffy McFadden, Andy Linton, Wende Milta. It's a lot of people.
Okay.
And you know what? Casposaka for sure.
Yeah. Okay. You look at. I was so nice to you that I have let you say 6 or 7
That was
names.
very nice because you didn't understood my Spanish.
Yeah. Okay. One dog person who is not alive anymore and you terribly miss.
Wow. Carlos Renault.
Yeah. Do you know? I think every guest that I had in this interview has answered the same. Yes.
The amount of passion on Carlos was indescribable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was truly magic. And every time you talk to him, he would make you feel. After every conversation, you didn't know if your brother, your father, you know what I mean? It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, that's very true. The best or the most exciting dog that you have ever showed?
That I have ever showed?
Yeah.
I have to say Scarlet, the boxer. Scarlet, the boxer, you know what I mean? Amazing.
Yeah. The most incredible win of your career as a professional handler?
The most incredible win?
Yes.
The most incredible win. Wow.
I told you it will not be easy. Yes, you can. I will be nice to you. You can say two.
I mean, showing breeds that are really big breeds, and so you know. I mean, that all breeds are important, but I mean, showing boxers and Doberman have the great honor of winning the DPCA and the American Boxer Club was like dream come true, you know. And of course, the groups at the Garden, but winning, when you win the nationals, or you're lucky enough to win nationals, that the breed that you show is just so special,
Yeah,
absolutely, so special.
I can agree. Yeah. Before I continue with my questions, and you can relax because I don't have many more. Monica Ferrari is good. Monica Ferrari is asking, Diego, please tell to all of us the breed and a name of a top dog from Argentina that you want to remember.
That I'm going to remember.
Yes.
Oh, I
probably
have to. It's gonna be Janke Trus Indra.
Okay.
Indra.
Which breed
that was a boxer. That was the first boxer that make you know what I mean, open a little bit my career. Do I have to say that dog, you know.
Okay.
It was a dog that totally advanced for those times, you know what I mean. We have dogs with almost no rears, and that dog bring rear and more fronts and more stream, you know what I mean. I will say that I have to say that dog. Dog.
Yeah. Tell me the best USA show for you.
The best USA show?
Yes.
I'm gonna run out of business. No.
No, you can always say.
I have to tell you, of course, everybody, we love our nationals. I love Westchester. Westchester in New Jersey. It's just, I really love that show. You know, everybody. I mean, I love that show. You know, I love that show.
One breeder in the USA who, in your opinion, always managed to produce top dogs year after year. Doesn't matter in which breed.
I will not going to tell you like if it's top dogs, but you know, every time you go to a national or you see dogs around, I have to say it, in my opinion, Michelle Santana, breeding Dobermans.
Okay.
Foxfire kennel.
Perfect. The best owner handler in the USA, in your opinion, out of the ones, let's say, who are now in the top. This is the last difficult question.
But owner handler. You kill me.
Not yet.
You kill me. I don't even know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, I will give you the possibility to not answer one question. Okay,
Ay, ay, ay.
is
Maybe
that
at the
nice?
end can tell you.
Okay, think a little bit about it. Okay, my last question, and this one is not going to be difficult. And not the last question, but last question from this series. One thing you would still like to achieve in your doggy life?
In my life, I would like to achieve.
Yes.
Keep learning, learn, quietly learning. That's
Okay.
what I like to. That's what I like to achieve. You know, I have the greatest the greatest chance of meeting great people, the chance of my life, and doing what I love to do with my wife that she loves as much as I do. I got great friends, and just learn. You know what I mean? Just learning.
Yeah.
I would like to achieve that learning. You know.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. We have not many questions left, but these ones are back, the questions which are going to be easier for you to answer. I know that as a professional handler in the USA, you cannot be a judge, but you have a license to judge boxers in Argentina, and that I know because Andrew told me that you were judging them with the CCs in the UK. Why was it for you important to have the? I don't know if you have a license for other breeds or just the Dobermans, but
No.
just
Only box.
boxers.
Only box.
Why did you want to have a
I
license?
mean, it's our breed. It's our breed, and our passion for the family. And my father, he's a boxer. He's a boxer judge too, and uh, and that was our. I mean, that's our breed, and I love the breed. Even if I don't, you know what I mean. I don't judge in the United States. I always thinking that if I have the chance to judge a little bit, it's just a great experience. And you know what, I'm going to tell you the truth, Ante, I just really love it. I love it because every assignment is just not, is so different, you know. You jump on that plane, and you get the excitement in what are you going to find or what you're going to see. And then you see things from outside that probably inside when you're in the ring, you know what I mean.
Yes.
You're able to see differently, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
uh,
It's another kind of excitement, but still it's a very big excitement. I agree with you.
the only, I don't say it's not a downside side, because I mean I love it. But being a handler, it's just you really know so many moves. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When they work, the people walking into the ring, when they grab that ribbon, what they thinking when they lose, and so many things. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
every time I have the chance to judge, sometimes I call a judge that I think they know a lot, and you always have to please with yourself. You know what I mean? That you did the job that you know you think you should do.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me, Diego, in your breed, and these are the boxers, the type of the dogs that are bred and shown in the UK and in the rest of Europe and in the USA is very different. Uh, do you think that this is good for the breed? Do you think it's bad for the breed? Do you think that the breed should get a little bit more unified? What is your opinion on this?
I don't say I mean, Europe. You see in Europe, it's definitely, you know, you have one boxer. You know what I mean? And we have the UK and the rest of the world and South America and the United States, that you can see in UK the using and the mixing a little bit from the American dogs. It give you just, I will say, in my opinion, that beautiful touch. You know what I mean? And I am not just saying. I mean, I've been there. Like my last time I was there, I judged in Blackpool. I mean, the breed type in the UK is just truly amazing.
Yeah.
If you love that breed that you judge, I mean, and you have passion for the breed type, it's amazing. It's very hard. Like when you're judging boxers, how many classes you can get with a beautiful uniform type from the first dog to the end. That's very hard, you know. In the United
Yeah.
States, we have really good dogs and youngsters and everything. But I mean, to having classes I never want to forget, but my last assignment there was in Blackpool. I mean, the beaches that I judged was absolutely gorgeous. It gave me goosebumps because I have classes of so many beaches. And when you get yourself and you start to look at the first beach to the end, it's just a beautiful uniform typey boxer. You know what I mean? Compact with beautiful deepness, beautiful eye, you know, and it really it really is really special, you know. We cannot compare ourselves with European boxers, you know. It's like we're talking about different things here, you know. Like again, we can talk about, you know, I mean, long tail with short tail or long ears, or a lot of conversation between the exhibitors. I said, no, my God, I mean, they never see, they're not going to be able to do long ears and long tails and things like that. I walking into the ring and I see, you know, like in the UK, I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, it's just top line fronts, tail sets, beautiful, you know, ear set, nicely perfect, you know. That's another thing that I think, like you was talking, I think the other day, it will probably happen in the future. I mean, a good dog, you can see a good dog. Doesn't matter have ears or no ears or tail or no tail.
That's for sure. You know, that's for sure.
We can see the greatest dog, you know, with long tail and long ear, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. But now when you have mentioned this cropping and docking, I mean, we need to say that obviously, if we talk about Dobermans and boxers in these two breeds, they are much more attractive when they are cropped and docked. Obviously, of course, it's the question also of your eye, that eye gets used to the non-cropped and non-docked tails. But I want to ask you, because most of the countries from the Latin America, from South America, are members of the FCI, and in 3 years, all these German breeds, they will not be allowed to be shown cropped and docked. Do you think that in the countries like in Brazil or in Argentina, where you have these huge entries of Dobermans and boxers, that once when they will not be able to be cropped and docked, that the breeds are going to lose the popularity, or do you think it's going to stay the same?
I would love to see that they will stay exactly the same, because having breeders like in South America, we used to have really beautiful Dobermans, and it really, I mean, in my opinion, I mean, it will not change. It will not change that beautiful type, you know what I mean, and the tightness and the front, like I said, and top lines and things like that. I hope the people, they can realize how important it is to keep their breeding programs and keep breeding and just get used to and just keep going. You know what I mean? Because it's so important. You know, these days they have a lot of people. They in South America they just say no. But I mean, they have today. They have that Facebook. They can watch video. They can see dogs and incredible Dobermans with long ears and long tails. When I was there, when I was in Blackpool, I watched the working group, and it was absolutely beautiful Doberman, nice and square, solid. Of course, probably a little bit more bone and substance, but a truly Doberman too. Long ears and long tail. It doesn't affect. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It should. You know what I mean? It should.
And do you think that will ever happen in the USA? Do you think that in USA they will ever forbid cropping and docking or not?
I don't know. Probably will be difficult. But I the other day I mentioned something that if I have one dream to achieve in my life, if it will show a boxer with long 10 years and be an absolutely gorgeous boxer.
Yeah.
That absolutely. You know what I mean? It's just like I post on I think it wasn't one somewhere. It's a personal dream, you know?
Yeah. Okay, that's a big dream.
I know.
Yeah. Tell me, if we go back to the boxers, what do you think that at the moment is the biggest problem in the breed?
Temperament.
You mean both in the USA and in the UK, or just in the USA?
No. I was talking about no, because I mean, living the day. I think we should have a little bit like more temperament. The breeding pretty good shape, you know. And we need to keep that. We need to keep that tightness that is so important, you know. You turn around, you see a boxer, you want to see something compact, you know, solid. You know, those are the main things, you know. It's a very particular breed when you look at inside, you know. Then you go in front, those expressions and the heads, you know, it got quite a very delicate, you know what I mean, parts, you know, that are important, you know, at least for me. But I think the temperament. Yes.
Okay. I have only two more questions for you, and they are a little bit about everything. Tell me, no, three questions. Sorry. What do you think that at the moment is the biggest problem of the dog world? And do you think that the sport is in general in danger by all these activists and these things?
What is the most? I'm sorry.
What do you think at the moment is the biggest problem of the dog world? Which kind of problems we are facing, and do you think that the sport in general is in danger?
To tell you that showing dogs is an art. You know what I mean? It's an art. So it will be very hard these days to try to getting into the ring and readjust our lives in the way that we have to show those dogs, and trying, you know, they're going to wear the mask, if they're people, they're going to be afraid. So it takes a little bit that art of showing, you know what I mean? So I think I was talking with Evelyn that will be a big challenge, you know.
For sure, yes.
You know, so for me that's the things. One of the things that I see, that it will be no easy for anybody. You know what I mean? It will be,
for sure.
It will be hard. We gotta we gotta get used to this situation. You know, that's my mainly thing. And just for once, I would like to see less criticizing, but not criticizing in a good way. You know, the criticizing, I love the criticizing that when you want to learn, you know, the people want to teach you. But the criticizing that the new is, you know, some people that they just start and they come in and it's always a history behind. You know what I mean? It's always there, you know. Try to get and get into those breeds, and into showing, and into learn from the people that they know. Get closer to those breeders that they've been breeding dogs for many years and they know what they're doing. Follow them. You know what I mean? We all can have great mentors, you know.
Talking about the mentors, what was the best advice that you got from somebody about the dog world?
The best advice?
Yes. When you started to learn and when you started to be famous and successful, what was the best?
I wasn't famous. No, famous.
No. Before you became famous, now you are famous. That's a fact. But what was the best advice that somebody gave you when you were just a beginner?
It wasn't. I mean, it's something that really kept me in my mind, and it wasn't long time ago. But it's just try to concentrate and spend all the time you have and all the effort on your dog. Don't lose your time in the competition stuff, you know, because it's so much to work on your dog, and that keep me like my brain kind of like block into that, you know what I mean? And it really works. It really works.
I think it's a great advice and a great message for everybody to keep his brain and his time and his efforts on his dogs and on his things, and not to go into anybody else's things, because that will never improve your things at home.
And something that I will never I will never forget is that they told me, Diego, don't you ever think that because the dog got winning and winning and winning and winning every weekend, the dog is not going to be able to lose one weekend, or it's not going to lose one day, because every dog have their days. Don't you ever think that because you're walking into the ring, because the dog is the number one dog, he's going to win.
Yeah, that's true. The dogs have their days, the same like humans. We are not always in the best of shape. That's all.
Always
That's
something, always is a few minutes that something can go wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or the dog is
of course.
limping, or it's not the date, or the dog it doesn't show good. So you know, those things, they really keep me going through these days. You know,
Yeah,
these days.
Yeah. Okay, we have come almost to the end of interview, and we were 1 hour and 1 hour and 50 minutes with a little break of 10 minutes for the technical problems that I once again want to apologize to everybody. I have really enjoyed talking to you. I think you said so many important things, and I think if people who were watching and thousands of people who are going to see this interview later on, if they are going to remember just 1/4 of the things that you said, you have done something very good for the sport. So for the end, my question for you is, if somebody would approach you and say to you, Diego, I want to become a famous handler, or I want to become a famous breeder, or I want to become a famous judge, what would be the advice that you would give to this person? How to become successful in the sport?
Get yourself prepared to learn how to lose, present yourself in front of everybody, and to respect the judges. Because all those people are there in the middle judging our dogs every single weekend, and they try to do the best they can in their abilities. So don't you ever think that you know what I mean, that you always have to win.
Yeah.
But the main thing, like I told you this before, is so important to learn how to lose. It's more important to winning, because I can see how easy the people they cannot see they cannot see the what every dog have to offer without losing, without you know what I mean. Those things are very, 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 very important. You know, very, very important. So those are for me are the key, and you know, keep looking at and watching the people that they really bring us up here, you know, these days. So it's a great sport, no matter where you go, to Europe or South America or the United States. You know what I mean? Hay que perder la modestidad. Hay que ser modesto en la vida.
That's very good advice, and I think
these days I love watching around and looking at dogs and looking at people, like Vincent van Gogh used to say, appreciate as much as you can, because it's a lot of people that they don't appreciate enough.
That's very true. Thank you, Diego, for taking your time. Thank you for the interview. I have really enjoyed it. I hope I have not make you too stressed. There have been 1,000 of comments, but I didn't manage to read them all, because once we had these technical problems, I was thinking we will go very late. Just let's say to finish with the last 3 comments that I have here. Divo Racera saying, great interview, congrats all. Diego, you are great. Chetan from India say, hey Ante and Diego, you showed the heart of showing, it's amazing. And then the last message, which I think will be the nicest one for you, is from Mariela Claudia Garcia saying, I love the interview, and I love my brother. So
oh my God, thank you everybody for staying, and you, Ante, really I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you know, really having so many people, so important people in this great sport, having the time, you know, to interview me. Thank you.
You're very welcome, and I'm very happy how we did this, and I'm sure It's going to be amazing for many people. Thank you, Diego, and to all our viewers, thank you so much for all the comments and for your patience with the little problems. See you next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Croatian time. Bye-bye to everybody, and Diego, thanks.
Good night, everybody, okay?
Good night. Bye-bye.